Welcome.
Attention, please.
Welcome aboard.
Welcome to the No Comfort Zone podcast. It's time to get out of your comfort zone and live on purpose. Broadcasting to the world from Rockford, Illinois. This is your wake-up call.
Warning.
You are the solutions to all your problems. Stop thinking average. Become the hero version of yourself. Every day, every time, without fail, no exceptions. It all matters. You've entered the No Comfort Zone. It's time for a reality check.
I believe the biggest thing that you're going to get out of listening to this podcast or working with the blueprint, I truly believe this, you're going to unstuck yourself. There's a huge opportunity right now to start creating that inertia and go in the direction of where it is you think you should be going, or where you want to go, where you dream you go, ideally where you want to go. Why does it have to be that way? Why does it have to be a thought, a dream, a goal? Why doesn't it just be the path to where it is you really want to go? So there's a book out there, Unstuck Yourself. I haven't read it. I probably will soon. But this is more a message to you that says, if you're not where you want to be at and you're procrastinating, or you're trying to make things perfect, or you're just completely at that point in your life where you're just waiting to get ready to move on, it's time to take the first step. It's time to take the plunge. Yeah, and the blueprint helps. The awareness part of the blueprint of why you'd want to use the method of the no comfort zone mindset, you're going to have to identify all the pains that you have going on in your life. And most people don't do it. They ignore it. Things are okay. I'll turn on Netflix. Life ain't that bad. I'll play with my kids later. And then next thing you know, you hit that mortality where you're like, wait a minute. I'm at that point in my life where I don't know how much more time I have left. Tomorrow is a promise to no one. How do you want to live your life? Do you want to live it in that minute where you're like, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it later? That's the story of my life. I mean, I've got 1,000 things to complete. Don't we all? But what drives your passion? What makes you happy? Day by day, that's getting closer to be one and the same for me. And that's what I'm working towards. That's what I'm working towards as far as my success goes. And that's what I mean about success. Don't you want to be happy? I think you find happiness by living in your passion. How do you find your passion? Dial yourself in. Become increasingly aware of where you're currently at. Know everything about yourself. Emotionally, spiritually, physically, your temperament, your personality. Get to know who you are again. Wherever you listen to this podcast, if you're in Asia, if you're in Europe, United States and Canada, thank you very much. I appreciate the reviews. Please, wherever you consume your podcast, whether it's iTunes or whatever it is, please give me a review. Share it with somebody who needs some help dealing with some adversity. Hey, if they just need a breath of sunshine, send me their way. Forward on the podcast on your cell phone. But also, I'd love a review, and also I'd love a 5-star rating. Thank you very much if you could. The point being, wherever this goes, whoever it reaches out to, you can get unstuck. And getting unstuck is a matter of just taking that first step in a direction. It might not be the right direction. Just take a step in the right direction. And if you fail, what does it matter? What does it matter? I spent my whole life worrying about failing and never doing anything. Now I'm doing anything, and I'm failing in a big way. I feel like I'm okay with failing. I find my success in my failure. It sounds crazy, but I'm living my life, and don't you want to do the same? Think about it right now. You got 10 guys in a room, and you've got one guy that's living their life. They're thriving, they're surviving, they're loving life, they're living life to the fullest, they're risking. How does that person behave and act? The other 9 people in the room want to be that guy. That guy is drawing all the energy. He's the energy of the room. Everybody else wants to be that person. Guess what? I've been that person my entire life, but never really engaged enough to let that happen. Do I have a magnetic personality? Of course I do. I'm in a sales business, and I was extremely shy, and I was able to be successful in this business for about 28 years. So of course I've had success, but it didn't start out that way. I was extremely shy. I had to work on my personality daily. I had to work on my shyness daily. But now the hard part is, after a long, hard day at work, most of us shut down. That's when you need to tune up. That's when you need to get engaged. That's when you need to get outside of your comfort zone and start really crushing it on purpose. But what happens is you think you'll do it later. Do it now, man. Put your foot on the gas pedal and rev that engine and just go. Drop it into third gear and let's go. Your life's about to happen whether you want it to or not. And I think that's a Ferris Bueller's Days Off quote. And it's happening all around you. Time to jump in and get involved. The best thing that I know is the method of the No Comfort Zone Blueprint. The method, how to get unstuck and start living your life. Do you want to live? Do you want to live your life? Do you want to be that person? Drink 10 energy drinks and your heart will explode. But what if you were to have that feeling of that euphoria, that energy, that flow, and just be that magnetic burst of energy that everybody wants to be around? What if you wanted to, what if that was for you? What if that could be true for you? Would your life be differently? I don't know. If you listen to this podcast, you're the one that I want to connect with. One of the first people that ever listened to this podcast is in Norway. And I know you're continuing to listen out there, but whoever you are that's been listening to my podcast, thank you. Hit me up. Go to Dan at the No Comfort Zone and hit me up and say it was me. I'm the one that started listening to your podcast. And I know you're continuing to listen all the time because I see you when you pop up. I look at my map. You know how people look up at Facebook and Twitter if they get likes and stuff like that? I go to my map to see who's new and listening. It's exciting. It's growing when I'm doing, living my life and doing my thing and not broadcasting to you. There's new people that are jumping on and I'm really excited. And I'm also especially excited that people are starting to get involved in this movement. And No Comfort Zone just isn't a funny buzzword on a meme. No Comfort Zone is a way to change your life. No Comfort Zone is a way to live. And the coolest part about it is people are getting through adversity and people are actually going towards success now. And the crazy part, I've been doing this since about June when I started doing this. And I think the first podcast I recorded was in my garage, but then I went to Disneyland and I recorded one or two in the hotel room. And that was in June, I believe. But ever since then, it's been growing. And what people are telling me now is that, yeah, the adversity, they've gotten through it. They've used that as a platform, just like I did, to get to the next level. And now life's a little bit different. Body's looking a little bit different. Confidence a little bit different. Relationships are a little bit different. The money situation's a little bit different. That's, June. I don't even know how it was, 8 months ago. And there's a couple people that are reaching out to me, letting me know that it's changing their lives. Well, that's what I want for you. Don't you want the same thing? I mean, what do you want to go after in your life, really? Come on. Are you really where you want to be yet? Or do you want to live a little bit more? If you want to live a little bit more, hit me up, Dan at thenocomfortzone.com. Or you can go right to the blueprint, thenocomfortzone.com. You know why I call myself the No Comfort Zone? Because if I get comfortable, I'm going to die. I'm going to become so average, I don't want to live in this body anymore. That's how it goes for me. Because I was doing that before and I was miserable. I never want to be miserable again. So what do? I go after my life with gusto. Every day, every time, without fail, no exception. Because guess what? It all matters. And so do you. And guess what time it is? It's time for you to get out of your comfort zone, live on purpose.
Say goodbye.
Want more of the No Comfort Zone? You can follow Dan on Instagram and Twitter at NoComfortZone1.
Bye.
Or on the web at thenocomfortzone.com.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to the No Comfort Zone podcast.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.